Pooch, and welcome to the CCL Golazo show. I am joined by four of my other colleagues here: Jacob, Acoustic, Yeast, and Axno.
Alright, hello everyone.
Hello.
Today we will be
So,
talking.
World Cup fixtures, qualifiers, round 2 is gonna begin this weekend. Group A, we're gonna just do a few predictions real quick. So Group A is United States will be facing Brazil. That will be the opening game for game week 2. What do you boys think?
I believe the U.S. we're gonna see a
Yeah,
comfortable
well,
victory.
of course, the
Yeah,
USA they're favorites to win the whole tournament. They're most likely gonna win that game. But what do you think the score is gonna be?
I'm gonna say a good solid. I'm gonna go for 4-0 USA. But we do also need
Nah,
to remember as well
no
too.
way.
That US also has that small little sanction on them as well too with the whole referee situation that happened a few weeks or a month ago.
We also got to remember though that Brazil are fighting for a place in the World Cup. They're not gonna. I doubt they're gonna lose 4-0. They're gonna have to at least score. I feel like 3-1 for USA.
3-1 for
I
USA.
honestly
That
agree with East. I think Brazil will have a shock in the first half because Brazil is mostly they have EU players.
yeah,
I've seen their squad. I think in the first half they're gonna win 1-0 or 2-0, and then in the second half USA are gonna be on their host. They're gonna dominate. They're gonna win 4-2 or 5-2. My prediction.
Yeah,
All right. The next match for Group A is Japan versus Italy. That one's kind of like they're both very even, if I'm being honest.
yeah. They're both like middle of the road teams. Neither of them are really too highly rated or like really bad. So they're both in the same kind of boat. I think it's gonna be tough. It's hard to predict, definitely, but I think we might have to give that to Italy.
I honestly agree. Italy, they've won their game, which they had. They've honestly dominated their game as well, and
well,
they've overall been a good team.
we also need to remember Jason as well too. The on the match against the USA when they I'm gonna go for a comfortable 2-0 win for Japan.
Japan, ooh, all right. So then we
Interesting.
have Norway versus Paraguay. This is probably one of the more close matches, but I know it's close because Paraguay they won their game. I think it was 4-1, and same for but Norway tied 1-1 with Brazil. I honestly think Norway is gonna dominate and they're gonna win, let's say 7-1 from what I've seen.
I'm gonna have to go 4-0 Norway here. Norway, their squad is definitely good. Do not get me wrong, but I feel like that there is some gaps as well too within it that you must admit can be somewhat decisive.
Exploited, yeah.
Yeah, exploited.
Yeah.
We could.
Okay, then there's Morocco versus Scotland. I honestly think Morocco's gonna win that like 5-0. They have a squad full of RFL players, and
Yeah,
they have the likes of Kozako, of Christian, of I'm pretty sure they're trying to get Feed from the USA. Their squad is very good. They could honestly put a fight for USA for that top spot in Group A qualifiers.
not only can they put up a fight, they might win the fight. They have a high chance really with that squad. Um, I'll give them 3-0 though because I feel like doing 5+ is just too much. Like Scotland is
Yeah.
still a pretty good team. I think they will struggle
Do you
against
almost feel
Morocco.
like that the along the way?
Honestly, I think
5 knows too much.
I think there might be an upset. I've
Five.
I've seen Scotland. I've actually played for Scotland for about 2 weeks before I joined Croatia myself, and they're not that bad. But they on if I'm being honest, they do play haram ball every single match. including
Yeah.
friendlies.
Yeah.
But Haramba might be what they need to win against Morocco. So I'm gonna say a 0-0 draw. Honestly.
I'm gonna go for a 1-0 win for Scotland here.
Ooh, an
But
upset.
that if play Harambal and at the end of the match they're gonna have a corner and they're gonna take the 3 points off that corner. I feel it. I feel it
Mhm.
happening. I think I personally think that the Morocco with that squad that you listed, I think if they're gonna get too ahead of themselves and they're gonna think that Scotland is an easy opponent that they can't do anything at all. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but Scotland I think has this match.
yeah. Okay. Now we'll move on to Group B. We have Mexico versus Argentina. Honestly, both teams are quite even, but Argentina in their last game did do pretty good. So I think they will get the 3 points there. But what do you guys think?
I'm gonna go for a 3-3 draw.
3-3. That would be
I
crazy.
can understand. I can understand that. I can understand both of you guys. I think it's gonna be a very even game. I'm gonna give it 3-2 Argentina.
Mhm. All right, then the first close game between two big teams. South Korea, who won 3-0 in their last game, versus Portugal, who won 11-0 versus Jamaica.
Yeah, they
Portugal.
did.
Portugal all day. 100%
Yeah,
Portugal. Portugal.
it's very
See,
easy.
Do I even have to
I
talk?
get Portugal. I get you guys saying Portugal is going to dominate and do all that. But honestly, South Korea, they have a few upsetters. I say it's going to be 2-2, honestly.
Wow,
I'm
I
South
can't.
Korea proven themselves yet against any big teams?
I think Portugal's taking the win.
I can't
Portugal.
understand. I can't understand Jason.
Portugal is gonna take comfortable. They're gonna take a comfortable 3-1 win here.
It's
I
Yeah, I agree
think
with that.
it's very
I
obvious.
think so. I do think though that Portugal is gonna get an upset within the first 20 minutes of the match, and they're gonna go behind. But I think that Malfini is gonna dominate that attack personally.
Really, Malfini? This
I
man's
I
been
Malfini,
ghosting.
Malfini
This
is
man
arguably the
ghosted.
best goal scorer in the league.
He,
yeah,
Arguably.
That's
yo,
facts.
arguably the best goal scorer in the league.
I'm sorry.
So
The thing
I
is, though, Malfini in his past 5 games has 0 goals, 0 assists in all
well,
competitions.
okay. Okay, well, let's look at bodies, for example. At the beginning of the season, he did absolutely nothing. But then towards the end,
Yo,
Towards
Luke,
the
your mic's
end, yeah,
lagging.
okay, listen. I get bodies. He won the Ballon d'Or. I get that. But bodies, true, near the end of the season, he did begin getting better and better and better. But he isn't as consistent. If you want to be a person who is competing for the Ballon d'Or every season, you have to be consistent. When you look at bodies, when you look at Malfini, I honestly think that Malfini obviously is the better player, but also look at bodies. Last in season one, this man was consistent every game, got at least 2 GA every single game. If you're not consistent like that in the World Cup, inconsistency, that's not gonna win you the Ballon d'Or. That's not gonna win you games. So
So what are we
you
gonna?
honestly cannot predict.
So what are we gonna? We're just gonna deny the fact that Malfini literally carried Crystal Palace to, along with
yeah.
Axno, and that he literally carried with his goal scoring record Crystal Palace to what they've achieved this season.
He scored 14 goals. 7 of them were in one game. Explain to me that.
Okay,
That
yeah.
just means the team they
Jason,
faced was bad.
here might be one of the factors though. Is that you also have to remember though too is that some of the opponents in the Premier League as well too were not the best. You have to remember that too. Liverpool, for example, they were not good.
Yeah.
Sunderland, for example,
Exactly.
but
And
but
remind me. Okay,
but
wait, one question. Remind me, what did he do against Chelsea?
okay, yeah, he might not have had his best
Good,
game
good
against
point.
Chelsea, but we do need to remember as well too is that not every team, not every single player is going to be 100%
No, no,
consistent.
no.
against.
that just proves that Malfini is just buns. He can't do anything against a good team. He can only score against bad teams.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly. He is a person for these small games. I understand he is one of the players of the CCL, which is great. But if I was a manager, I would not pay the big bucks for him because he's not gonna perform good in big games. That's a fact.
Oh,
That's it.
you're both taking the piss right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, for
Hey,
example,
who
no,
says
yo, Yeast. Yo, wait, let me say something real quick. Like for example, no self glaze, but like I won the Golden Boot. What did I do? I actually scored in small games and big games. I scored 4 against
Exactly.
Chelsea. I scored like a
Four.
lot
He
against.
scored 4 goals against the biggest club in the entire CCL at the moment. What did Malfini do? Nothing. And
Hey, Ghosted.
another fact, against what's it called? Against Bayern Munich, he didn't get any goals, he didn't get any assists. Simple. 2 big games they played, both the games he did nothing. He is a small game player. It's simple.
Exactly.
who
Exactly.
says who says he doesn't turn up for such a big game? Who says when that much is on the line? We're talking about World Cup qualification here. That's
Well, that
literally
game, well, the thing is, against Chelsea, that was their chance to overturn the Premier League. They were second at that point, equal with Chelsea. If they had won that game, they would have gone forward. And the game against Bayern was a Champions League match before the Champions League was disbanded in CCL. That was their chance to go first in the table. Yet they lost 4-3 because
tell
Malfini
me,
could not finish his chances.
tell me something real quick. How good was the performance of the entire Crystal Palace squad?
The entire
Very
Crystal Palace squad was very consistent besides Malfini. Every single person. Look at Dark Juan. He scored against Palace. He scored against Chelsea. He scored against Liverpool. He scored against Bayern. He scored in almost all his games. Look at Axno. 11 assists in the Premier League. The top assister in all competitions.
Axel was
Because he got
also
assists all
Portugal's
games.
player.
Yeah.
Axel is also
Yes.
Portugal's player.
Yeah, and I
We're talking
agree.
about Portugal.
Portugal could win that game, and I also say most likely Portugal will win that. But I think South Korea can pull an upset in that game because of Malfini not being able to finish his chances. Of course, this is just from me saying he's inconsistent. It's possible he has one of his big games against South Korea and finally proves us wrong. But I don't know. I
Due
don't
to,
think
of
that's
course,
gonna happen.
I
due
really
to, of
believe
course,
that
some
he's
of the
gonna
time
be
restraints here, I think that we should move on to the next match, and we should.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay. All right,
Yeah.
Switzerland versus Austria. Two pretty
Oh,
small teams.
the
But
Derby.
Austria did win their first game while Switzerland lost on forfeit. So I think Austria will get the dub here.
I
Quite
think
Switzerland
obviously.
pretty
Me
inactive
personally,
team as well.
wait, let's say like score, like what the score will think, like will be. Me personally, Austria will take a clean 0-2 win.
Fair.
I think like 4-0 Austria.
personally,
I don't think Switzerland.
I think that Switzerland are honestly going to forfeit. I honestly think that.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
but next match,
you could make that argument.
Jamaica.
Oh,
Jamaica, who
oh,
lost
okay.
11-0. Hold up.
Oh my God,
Jamaica
nice.
versus Guatemala.
Yeah, I
Guatemala.
Hey,
mean,
you guys
Guatemala.
might.
Any day of
No,
the
no.
week, bro.
You
Any day of
Fiji
the week.
guys,
lost
no,
11.
wait.
No.
You guys might think I'm crazy for this, but I'm going Jamaica. It's one bad match.
Here's
Look,
okay.
11-0 is
I'm a
one bad match.
listen. I'm
Yes.
a agree with VMP. I gotta stand for my black brothers in Jamaica. I gotta stand for the
I see, bro.
Rastafari. I will say Jamaica gets that win,
I'm gonna
or
Jamaica
at
I'm
will
least a
win.
draw,
I'm
or
gonna
at
I'm gonna
least
have
a
to say this
draw.
right now. When we look at the friendlies, we saw the match against Croatia. We saw what they could do against Croatia, but I think though that Guatemala they're gonna take a win here 3-1, pretty easy win for them. I think that that Jamaica will score at around the 70th minute, giving them hope, but in the end, Guatemala is gonna take an easy win here.
2-2.
I honestly think it's going to be a draw.
2-2 draw.
I'll say
1-1,
2-2. Yeah.
2-2, something like that. All right,
Maybe
so
Jamaica will
that's Group
lose
B.
2-0.
We're going to move on to Group C now. Group C, Canada versus Belgium. I think Canada's getting the dub there. Belgium.
Canada takes it
Canada have
2-1.
a solid
Canada.
lineup, yeah. 2-0 for
Yep,
me.
2-0.
All right.
Free. Made that
Me
free.
personally, I think it's gonna be a really close game. I think it'll be like 2-1. Like
Yeah, that's one thing. It's 2-1 probably.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, then
Canada
we got
obviously.
Uzbekistan versus Uruguay. Uruguay's winning
okay,
like
wait.
Oh yeah,
Before,
Uruguay won.
10-0 Uruguay. Just forfeit that game.
before y'all say anything, y'all better say Uruguay.
Yeah,
Okay,
no
bro.
shit.
Obviously,
wanna-
Uruguay's winning.
I
That's not
wanna-
even a close game.
As much as I want to side with Uzbekistan, I'm sorry, but
Also,
Uruguay are winning 8-0. 8-0 easily. 8-0.
Jason,
Well,
I can tell you what our lineup is gonna be for your or like sneak peek for
we
like.
don't need that. We don't need that. Okay,
Yeah, we don't
so Germany versus.
Let me
Wait,
have a
this is
take.
a very close game. The next one is a very close game. Germany versus Saudi Arabia. Saudi
Germany.
Arabia won their last game 7-3 with
But Saudi
them
Arabia
now
lost
having
their top scorer.
they have the top scorer in all competitions,
Yeah.
Silverfish Young. But
Yeah,
also
but he's
Germany
not playing. He's
are
not
a
playing.
very solid team. Wait, he's not playing.
He's a free agent. I checked his roles when I was making him.
He doesn't
He's
have
not.
Saudi Arabia role.
No,
Oh.
he's not signed.
Oh,
Ooh.
then I think I'm gonna give it to Germany in that case.
Same. That's a huge loss for Saudi Arabia. I don't know what
They
happened between
5
them.
goals in one
We're
game,
gonna
man.
we're gonna
Germany
have
played a
to
match yet for
research.
qualifiers or
I have no idea
Yeah,
what happened
Germany did
between
win the
them.
match. They won 3-0. Not on forfeit. They
Forfeit,
like
right?
actually won 3-0. No, they actually won 3-0.
Oh,
Okay, then Egypt versus Netherlands. I think even though Egypt lost their first game, Egypt is Freiburg in the league from last season. I think Freiburg is gonna go on and they're gonna go win because Egypt, they're a solid team. They had solid players. They have bodies. They have a lot of players like that. They can go pull off a win in that
We-
case, in my opinion.
We also need to remember as well too is that some teams getting 2 out of 2 wins. Those teams will pretty much be automatically qualified to the World Cup. We do need to
Yeah,
remember
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on their
their goal
goal
difference.
differential
opponents
most
in the
likely, and
group.
also their opponents. Yeah. All right, now we're gonna move on to Group D: Qatar versus Spain. Now,
I'm sorry,
I
but
think not Qatar, no, because Spain have Voiture Mathematics. He is an insane striker, in my opinion. Very underrated. I think he's gonna go and pull off the dub. 3-0, in my opinion.
Okay,
I'm
why
sorry,
we Glazing
3-2,
player, bro?
3-1, 3-1.
Wait,
It's not
3-0
Glazed.
to who?
yeah. 3-1 is
3-0
wrong.
to who?
Nah, Voyage
3-1
squads.
to Spain. 3-1 to Spain.
Hell, maybe actually, maybe. I feel like more
Maybe.
like a
3-1 or
3.
2-1.
I just think.
Should we move on?
No, I think Spain. I just don't know what the score will be.
All right. France
Maybe
versus
2-1.
Ecuador. France versus Ecuador.
Ecuador are going to take a win here.
France. What Ecuador?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go for 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
France
Oh,
have Trexie. He
2-1.
scored a hat
France is
trick in the
taking
last
2-1.
game.
France is taking
Trexie
2-1.
scored a hat trick in the
But
last
what's the
game.
point?
for
What's the
France.
point of scoring a hat trick if you still lose? It doesn't
I
matter.
get
Oh,
that,
he's right.
but they
He can
faced
score.
a very comp team. What did you expect them to do? They faced Qatar. Qatar is very good.
You think they're gonna have the same drive, the same motivation after losing that game?
I honestly think they're gonna go even
Also-
more than last time.
Also, Trexie also doesn't have France role.
Oh,
I don't know what's
Yeah.
happening with these national teams.
then
Why are
Ecuador's
they
gonna
letting
win
their
that.
best striker go? Like what?
Okay, then Ecuador's winning that. All right, now we're gonna move on. Colombia versus England. Colombia, honestly. England,
Colombia.
their squad is not that
Yeah.
good.
I'll give
Yeah.
it to Colombia.
All right, now the final game: Croatia versus Australia. I'm not trying to act biased, but I think that's gonna go
You
like
are.
4-0 to Croatia.
okay.
Australia
be
is
real.
not good.
Okay. So let me.
Australia is not good.
Okay, so let me state my thing here. So, as much as I want to say Australia here, I'm gonna have to go with Croatia here. Croatia's side personally, they may lack in the defense, but with that attack for Croatia can be deathly, as we saw. Not only did we see in the league against Chelsea. I mean, yeah, they didn't win that match against Chelsea, But what we saw on what that attack can do. While VMP doesn't play for Croatia anymore, we still need to say that that attack for Croatia can be deadly at times, especially with players like Jason, X Power, and some others up top. We do need to say that Croatia team is pretty good. I'm gonna go for a comfortable 2-1 win for Croatia.
I
I say
think
3-1.
3-1. Yeah,
I say
3-1.
3-1 because
Honestly.
it's not even it's not even a close game. Like
Yeah.
when you look at the squads, it's not even a close game. Like it doesn't. You see Croatia and you see Australia, you're not gonna think too much about the winner. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
2-1 Croatia.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Then
and I think that for man of the match of that game, it's gonna be XQ. XQ is gonna get man of the match.
all right, then a few questions. That's all the fixtures for this week. But a few questions other than that. What do you guys think is going to be the player of the week?
Player of the week. Player of the week.
Ethan.
Player of the week.
I personally
player
don't
of the
think
week.
that Ethan is going to have a good match day too. I know that me personally, I know that
Come
I
on
may
now.
always look down
I
on Ethan
think,
a lot.
Yikes.
honestly, I think the player of the week is going to be Butter for Colombia against England. England aren't a strong team. Butter can
That's
go
a great
and
shout.
score a few goals in that match, and I think he could get player of the week
That's a
straight from
great
that.
shout. That's a great shout as well.
But one thing as well too is that Colombia had allegedly told the Croatian manager that for match day 3 it's going to be an easy win for Colombia.
Yes, well, of course, it's England. England,
Oh,
they're
guys.
not that strong of a
Yeah.
team. They're not that strong.
Yeah.
But
Match day free.
I do
Match day free.
admit he should not be doing those type of things.
Oh,
But
yeah,
the thing
no.
is, Colombia are a very strong team. When you look at their last game, game week 1, they won 7-1 to Spain. Butter scored 4. Fire Kelakun Fire scored a hat trick. That is an insane performance.
Hold on. Did you just say he shouldn't be like saying stuff like that? That he's gonna win easily and stuff.
Yeah. He said
Why? Why
that for the
shouldn't
match
he?
3 match against Croatia, they were going to easily win that match against Croatia, which
Yeah, but confidence is
as you
key.
know,
Like,
Croatia, yes, their defense can lack a lot, but you also have to remember too is that a lot of their players as well too are also played for Lons as well, so they all also
Bro.
have kind of experience with playing with each other.
if I was a Colombia player, I would love for my manager to be talking like that, to have that much faith in me. I have to respect managers who say stuff like that. Like, people may find it toxic. It doesn't matter. He's backing his team. He should be
Yep.
backing his team.
Absolutely.
And if there's truth to that, if they do win, if they do beat Croatia, I mean, as you mentioned, Croatia doesn't have the best defensive line.
Yep.
They lack in that aspect, but they kind of make up for it in attack. They can. They can be a very dangerous team, especially if allowed time and space. So,
That
but
Croatian midfield.
the same goes to Colombia. I mean, they're two big teams. It could go either way. So I'll back the manager. I'll back the Colombian manager for saying that, for standing up for his team.
Yeah. You absolutely have to have to agree with any manager on that says that. You absolutely have to agree for them with
Yeah.
with attempting to back up their team. Obviously it might look toxic, but of course you do in the end need to back up with them because for one it'll give confidence to your team. It'll make you want to go out there and win every game that you play. It'll make you want to score goals and make you want to make great saves. That's just that's just how the game works.
And it coming from Butter,
Yeah.
it speaks volumes because Butter
Yeah.
has proven himself, and I believe he will continue his dominance
Mhm.
in this great run he's on right now.
I have a few transfer rumors, which I've
Okay.
gotten from a few managers, which I
let's
actually have
hear
not
that.
told anybody.
Let's
So-
hear it.
The first rumor is Butter to Bayern Munich for around 135 million euros. And this is actually have began. Talks have began between no,
Yo,
don't post
tell
this.
it.
Don't post this. Actually, yeah, you can post this acoustic if you want. Your choice. But yeah, talks have began between Butter and Bayern Munich. They both want the deal to go through. Now it just depends what Roma wants.
Is Sands staying at Bayern for the Club World Cup?
Sands has said he will stay 100%. for the
Oh,
remainder of this season
that
and
is
next.
probably the best. That could be the best transfer we see this transfer window. That is
But there's also rumors that there's some stuff going on in Bayern Munich with Buga wanting to leave the club, and he has offers from what's his called Pisa to be the
Pisa.
starting goalkeeper for Pisa. Yep, Pisa.
That would be it depends on the way you look at it. That would be a good signing for Pisa, but that would probably not be the best move for his career.
Yeah, because
Moving to a
he's the starting goalkeeper.
lower level
But the
team.
main reason he wants to leave is because the new manager, local go, keeps starting himself in net over Buga in friendlies. So
Oh yeah,
he's
that happens.
Yeah.
getting a bit annoyed.
We also need to
So
mention as well too.
Then I back
Manchester
the player.
um Manchester City, they have 4 transfers allegedly underway. We are not being told, however, what those transfers are. However, the one from Liga Portugal from Vitoria is allegedly almost 90% there.
Victoria,
Yes,
who
Vitoria.
said that? Who
and a
said that?
transfer. I have a transfer which is literally just been like almost completed. Rizilla, the Real Betis defender, has just said out loud he wants to join Manchester City immediately. And from what I've heard, the management also want him. So that will most likely be a transfer which goes through, sticks through, probably for free, as Real Betis wants the player to leave the club. So that's also a pretty good transfer, in my opinion, for Manchester City. It could help their
Okay,
defense.
I want to comment on Man City real quick.
Mhm.
We've been seeing a lot of talk around them. You know, like
Yeah.
you, uh, as somebody who's just watching football, you'd rather want you'd rather want to see results than to just hear the glaze about City, which we see in the media, which we see basically everywhere. If this transfer goes through and nothing changes, Manchester City doesn't fix themselves up, doesn't become a title contender, because we know last season what happened last season.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the
they
thing is,
like
you also got to say the manager came in at a very hard moment. The last Manchester City manager had lost their first 2 opening games, yet came into the club, made signings, made transfers, and got them into a Club World Cup spot. That should give them a lot of respect, the manager.
yeah, I respect the manager, but with those, I'm not saying anything bad about him, but with those signings, you expect a lot more. You expect better results, bigger results. You want this team like to win something, to make up for all that. Because they keep getting mentioned. Where's the results? Where's that one big moment? They
I
have to
agree
prove
with that
themselves
completely.
in the Club World Cup. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. They We have to see results. We have to see big wins. Like if they end up. Hold on, let me check the groups. I forgot the groups for Club
Their
World Cup.
group, I can tell you right now. So their group, they have Juventus, the Serie A runners-up,
Oh,
Lens, the League
Juventus,
On
Lens, and
winners, and
Sunderland.
Sunderland. Yeah,
All right, City should very comfortably be first in this group. It will be
yeah,
it will be a big problem for them if they aren't. And if we see them face a big team, which I believe we will, because you have Betis and Bayern in Group D, you also have Crystal Palace in Group C, and you have Chelsea in Group B. All those are huge teams. If they can beat any of them later in the knockout phase, I believe that's gonna finally cement them as one of the best teams in the league. For
yeah.
now, I don't think they deserve that title.
I completely agree with everything you said as a Manchester City player. They have been signing all these players, and I'll be saying the same thing. And I play with them. I play in friendlies. There is no consistency. There is no real consistency inside the club. As a player, I'm being honest. I want, as a player, I want more consistency. I want more activity overall. I just want the team to like we I can't believe we didn't win anything last season. as we had we had VMP, we had XQ, we had so many award winners and award runners up, yet we could not win a single trophy. That is what frustrates me the most. I don't really care about the trophies, but my team is what I want. I want them to go on and win. You know, like it's a feeling. When you win, you're happy, you celebrate. It's a big thing. I don't know. The feeling you can't really like get it without winning. But yeah, I think
Understandable.
it's time to wrap it up. But yeah, this was a lot of
Unless,
fun. We will have more episodes dropping weekly. We'll have this once a week until the Club World Cup ends.
hold on,
Then we'll have
hold
a
on,
new one for season 4.
hold on. I'd like to comment a little bit on the season 2 awards. We haven't really had the
Okay,
chance
sure.
to talk about them much.
Oh yeah, sure.
So, as we know, it's all been revealed already.
Hmm.
The best club went to Chelsea, and we can relate that to correlate it to what we just been talking about uh,
Yeah, well,
with City. I think Chelsea is the prime example of exactly what a club can be with their great players, which proved themselves. Some of them made a career out of this season. You know,
yeah.
like we need to see that same thing with City. I have to say for Chelsea, absolutely deserved. Great season, winning the double, and who knows, maybe they would have won the treble if the Champions League wasn't discontinued.
Yeah. So, any more comments for anyone?
I want to say, well, I mean, Ethan, R9, they're both Chelsea players. Same with the manager. The manager deserved that trophy.
Chelsea
Um,
won 4 awards. So yeah, they
yeah, it's
dominated.
5 if we include the club as a whole. Butter, Butter winning the Copa Trophy. So much, so much to expect from this man. I
Yeah.
honestly can't wait to see him in the World Cup if Colombia qualify. I really hope they do. Um, we talked about them earlier. Same with Axno. Axno, I mean, he's right here, my bro. What a season. How many assists was it? What did we say?
11.
11. 11 assists.
The only player besides me to have double-digit assists in the Premier League.
Wow, that's actually such a great achievement, and it shows that Crystal Palace have everything they need. They just lack that bit of consistency now. We need to see a with new Crystal Palace. We need to see also
And also with Abian
Fini.
returning,
Yeah,
Abian has
Appian.
returned. Abian's
Oh my
returned
gosh.
to the club, so they need
All
to
right, can I say
have a
something?
breakout season. Yeah, sure. What's up?
All right, so with the return of Abian and Fahad, Fahad has decided to quit goalkeeping and play a different position.
Oh,
Uh, so with this new position and Abian's new signings, Crystal Palace have a new front three, removing Midham and maybe Miscreant from our attack.
what? You're getting rid of Midham and Miscreant?
Possibly.
Wild.
Ooh, I don't think that's smart. Are you putting Fahad up top with Malfini?
Yep. That's the
That
tactics.
is
All coming from
no,
Abian.
no, no. That's either
Look,
gonna go really well or really bad, which I think it's gonna go really bad.
if it delivers, I
If
mean,
it
we're
delivers.
just gonna have to appreciate the mastermindedness behind it if it does deliver.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Delivers. I don't
you
know
look
about
at
Abian.
the first division. Look at the first division. Look at the first division. The amount of teams which can beat them. You have Bayern, Man City, Chelsea, the new PSG, Barcelona, the new Real Madrid, the new Inter Milan, Betis, Juventus, and Palace. That is probably going to be one of the craziest leagues to watch. The amount of matchups which are going to be consistently performing in season 4, that's going to be absurd.
Yeah, I myself cannot wait for season 4 to come. It's just gonna be
Yeah.
absolutely wild.
We've just gotten breaking transfer news, but Rizilla has practically agreed to sign with Crystal Palace for season 4.
Crystal Palace.
What?
The deal with Manchester City had not fallen through as he made a last-minute decision personally himself. The Manchester City manager hadn't even contacted him by the time that he had stated that he would like Crystal Palace.
Oh, so
Wow.
Crystal Palace have literally just stolen the deal from Man City.
They
Wow.
they practically have.
They
Wow.
hijacked
Of
that.
course,
They
you're welcome.
hijacked that so hard.
as we know, Manchester City are not going to take this to their nicest, of course, appeals. So we can probably expect a big signing from them within the next 48 hours.
Bro was literally the manager.
Wow.
Bro was literally the manager. Talking about something we can expect.
But
Right.
but here's the thing though, is that Ibars wants him for more than 500,000, which is what Hazel is offering.
Alright, but can we please end it? I think we're all getting bored.
Yeah, this is the end. We got nothing to talk about. We'll talk
Alright,
By
more
the way,
about
we
Game
will
Week
be
3.
Voit
back.
is signed to Egypt.
Alright, but we will be back next week for game week 3. But for now, I'll see y'all later.
Yeah,
Alright, there you go.